The Dana family's 5 generations in Arizona. We came from an old Mormon pioneer family out of southern Utah in the late 1880s. And being part of Arizona, 20 years ago, I had the opportunity to buy a small ranch up on the Mogollon Rim. It's completely surrounded by national forest. And there's very few things in life that bring a tear to my eye. But one thing that always does is when there's a fire threat and a fire danger around our ranch up on the rim. Because as we all know, when these forests get burned, it takes hundreds of years for them to be replaced. And the beauty is in the trees and the surrounding terrain. It's not just the cabin. Growing up in Arizona, I've noticed that in these last few years, they seem to be more intense. And I think the problem stems from the entire West, and particularly Arizona's in what a 30 or 50-year drought they talk about, just extreme conditions. And 2018 is not off to any better of a start. There are several fires burning around the state right now. Most recently, the one up in Heber that was started by the semi truck that was dragging a chain for 2 miles and set off a 2-mile line of fires. And that one's just barely getting under control. And earlier in the year, we had one up in the White Mountains. But these fires, as we know, they're devastating, they're very costly, and these first responders and these guys, they call themselves hot shots, which I think is very appropriate. They're putting their lives on the line when they're fighting these fires. A couple of weeks ago, I was driving a couple of my grandkids up to the ranch, and we pulled over at a rest area, and there was a hot shot truck there loaded with these young guys, and they're young men and young women both. And we started talking to them about where they were going. They talked about fighting this fire, and I was just so taken how humble they were, and they weren't into themselves, and they weren't cocky, and and to them, they're just out doing their job. Well, that's why we created the website ourprotectors.com, is we wanted to make sure we're giving something back, and we offer a free last will and testament to any first responder. So you can check out that website, or you can go to our main website, danawhitinglaw.com, and it gives you all the information.